Olaf, check. Jet, check. Chase, check. Harold, check. Duck, check. Grinch, check. Alright, I think I am ready. Hello everybody, and today's video I'm actually going to be doing something that is completely different than any of my past videos. This is kind of a project that I was planning to do ever since after Thanksgiving. I know this project may be a little bit delayed, but if you want to know why this project took a little bit of a while, link in the description below. Now, as you can see on the title of this video, this is actually a script of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons, but in my way. Now, obviously, you have kind of heard what the host of the parade, Al Roker, Savannah Guthrie, and another person we do not want to talk about named, what was his name? Matt Lauer, am I correct? Oh well. Now, if you did watch the broadcast, you might have noticed there were some things that the script did not talk about. Well, of course, they needed to save time, and the NBC crew are getting better with showing the entire balloon on one shot, because they usually in the past, like, ever since 2014, they were like, this shot, or just like, way up close, but yeah, they're getting better at it. But I'm not focusing on the balloons themselves, I'm actually focusing on the script of the balloons. So I'm going to be looking at all the balloons that the host talked about in the parade. Now, I have to mention that this is an adaptation script, not an original script. This is adaptation. So there are some portions of lines that were already used in the parade, like the Elf on the Shelf, Kid Charlie and CJ, a couple of balloons, and some of them already have some things they already had promoted, but I'm making them a little bit better, like in classic Macy's parade form. And there are some moments that they didn't even talk about in honor for promotion things, like, for an example, Pikachu with the movie Pokemon I Choose You, SpongeBob SquarePants with the Broadway musical that they didn't promote. But, well, they did promote it in the beginning, but they didn't promote it when the SpongeBob balloon was in the parade. Or The Grinch with the classic book How the Grinch Stole Christmas, celebrating its 60th anniversary this year. And it's his big comeback as well. So there were, of course, a couple of things they did miss. So I hope you enjoy my script version of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons from 2017. Alright, jumping for joy on his parade debut, and the first and new balloon of this year's parade is the lovable snowman Olaf from the Oscar-winning animated featured film Frozen, the highest-grossing animated film of all time. Measuring in at 57 feet long, and his carrot is as long as 3 snowboards, Olaf is sponsored by Walt Disney Animation Studios. Olaf is so excited that yesterday, his animated short film, Olaf's Frozen Adventure, was released in theaters, sharing with the Disney Pixar animated film, Coco. And fans are highly anticipating for the Broadway musical Frozen, scheduled to start this spring, and for its highly anticipated sequel, Frozen 2, set to be released in 2019. Trying to catch that elusive acorn for the third time in our parade is Scrat from the box office smash animated series Ice Age, sponsored by 20th Century Fox. That acorn is having Scrat's tummy rumbling, but as always, he can never catch it. But it would take about 15 million acorns to fill this saber-toothed squirrel, and his tail is about 4 times as long as a woolly mammoth like Manny, the main star of this franchise. Overall, this famous character is here to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Ice Age series, with 5 films, 5 shorts, and 2 specials, all started back in 2002. From driving down the street to flying through the air, the balloon version of Ronald McDonald marching down 34th Street, no pun intended, since 2015, sponsored by McDonald's. Every year, he's always on a mission to make great things happen by bringing joy to families all around the world. Along with his regular celebrity duties and commercials, Ronald is also the official face of the non-profit Ronald McDonald House Charities to dedicate the well-being of children since 1974, and Ronald does give it a big thumbs up. Bundling up again for the second time in our parade, and tightly clutching his prized journal again, it's that famous middle school kid Greg Heffley, known as Diary of a Wimpy Kid, sponsored by Abrams Books. With over 194 million books in print and in 53 languages, author Jeff Kinney continues to write more stories of this famous middle schooler. The 12th book of the series, The Getaway, follows Greg's family on a crazy holiday vacation, which is out now. And this year marks the 10th anniversary of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise, with 12 books, 2 do-it-yourself books, and 4 movies, with the recent 4th one, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul, now available on DVD and Blu-ray. And our famous Wimpy Kid has been our parade favorite since 2010. And now, soaring down the parade on her 11th year, and our only female balloon in this year's parade, is the adorable Hello Kitty, sponsored by Sanrio. Hello Kitty would usually be 5 apples tall, but it would take about 5 apple trees stacked on top of each other to be the same height as this inflatable character. For 43 years, Hello Kitty has brought happiness, friendship, and all the fun for all ages. As she always says, you can never have too many friends. This worldwide Japanese icon is not also the only female balloon in the parade, but she's the first female aviator since 2012, and our longest running female balloon in the parade's history. With the dip of her wing, Hello Kitty says hello to all of her many fans. It's now morphing time. Saving the world for the 4th time in our parade is the legendary Red Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, sponsored by Seiban Brands. Demands the sky again at 77 feet long and 5 stories tall, it's one of the largest balloons in this year's parade. As next year the franchise will be celebrating its 25th anniversary to remind the fans to keep the powers to unleash the inner superhero. Fans are anticipating the new series Power Rangers Super Steel premiering in January on Nickelodeon. And you can get the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, Power Rangers, now available on DVD and Blu-ray. Making another electrifying appearance is the beloved favorite in Macy's parade, Pikachu, sponsored by the Pokemon International Company. The chill temperature got him in the Big Apple again, so he had to put on his green and red scarf and clutching his snowman Pikachu for the 4th time in our parade. As 90 volunteer balloon handlers, all Macy's employees, are required to navigate Pikachu down the street, taking 15,000 pounds of people power, no pun intended, to keep this Pokemon number 25 in parade formation. As the new Pokemon video games, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon are in stores now, and this upcoming weekend, a new Pokemon movie will be airing on Disney XD this Saturday called Pokemon the Movie, I Choose You, which retells the story of the first adventures of Pikachu and his longtime partner, Ash Ketchum. Alright kids, trolling down Broadway again for the 2nd year are the delightful Trolls, sponsored by DreamWorks Animation. With their colorful flowing hair, Poppy, Branch, and Guy Diamond, which each is more than 2 stories tall, and they all have hitched a ride on the 10-legged caterpillar bus, making this the first ever 4-character balloon in the parade's history. As they celebrate their hit movie last year, as well as with their hit Oscar-nominated song, Can't Stop the Feeling, DreamWorks announced they are not done with these trolls, as they will be bringing them back on the big screen with a sequel planned to be released in 2020, starring in their own 2D animated series, Trolls, The Beat Goes On, premiering on January 19th on Netflix, and the guys will be starring in their own holiday special called Trolls Holiday, airing tomorrow night right here on NBC. Charles Schulz's endearing character creation from Peanuts, Charlie Brown, is back again for his 7th year, sponsored by Peanuts Worldwide. For the 2nd time in our parade, he is tangled up again for another attempt to fly a kite, which he has been trying to do since 1960. As the Peanuts gang are 67 years young, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which made its debut off-Broadway in 1967, and then on Broadway in 1971, and a revival in 1999, which won 2 Tony Awards for Roger Bart as Snoopy and Kristen Chenoweth as Sally Brown, which would start the popularity of this beloved Broadway star. Alright, jetting down Broadway, no pun intended, in his parade debut is Jet from the animated preschool show Super Wings. Made by the South Korean studio Funny Flex Entertainment, this 5-year-old red and white male Jet is honored to be the first character balloon from South Korea in the parade's history. Jet is sponsored by Alpha Group. In the show, Jet and his friends, the Super Wings, as they go on adventures around the world, solving problems and delivering smiles to kids everywhere. In flight, this new super balloon weighs as much as 40,000 paper airplanes. You can check out Super Wings on Universal Kids Network and now available on Netflix. Making his parade debut is the Paw Patrol's heroic police pup, Chase, from the preschool animated series Paw Patrol, sponsored by Nickelodeon. Chase is here to salute his new fans and our New York City Police Department, which makes sense. But he never leaves without his trusty searchlight, his net launcher, and his police hat, which is large enough to cover a real NYPD patrol car. Chase leads a crew of lovable rescue pups as they work together on missions to protect the community of Adventure Bay. Helping to patrol the parade, Chase believed that no job is too big and no pup is too small, as you can catch this animated series on Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. Alright, we're going to take a trip back in time to 1947, when that classic film Miracle on 34th Street premiered. As the story features the Macy's parade and its flagship store in front, one scene in the movie featured the balloon, Harold the baseball player. Well, in honor to celebrate the film's 70th anniversary this year, Macy's has recreated our beloved Harold in his baseball outfit, but in black and white like how it was seen in the film. This recreation of Harold is sponsored by 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. The film was released on May 2nd of that year. Yeah, it seems it's way too early to release that film, but it was re-released during the holiday season of that year. The film earned positive reviews from critics, and it was nominated for 4 Academy Awards, which one of them was Best Picture, but that lost to the Gregory Peck film Gentleman's Agreement. But it won the other 3 Oscars it was nominated for Best Motion Picture Story, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actor for Edmund Gwenn, who played the jolly man himself, Kris Kringle. You can get the movie on DVD, Blu-ray, and now digitally on iTunes. Flying in at 45 feet tall, protecting his precious egg, is Red from Angry Birds, sponsored by Rovio Entertainment. This famous fowl with a scowl made his debut last year in the big screen with his summer blockbuster hit, The Angry Birds Movie, and he will be coming back again with a sequel in 2019, so maybe another leading role will cheer him up. Rovio also presents the weekly YouTube series Angry Birds Blues, starring the adorable hatchlings. You can also get the 15th game of the series, Angry Birds Evolution, available on your stores on your mobile devices. Soaking up the actions is the master of laughter and pulp culture from the city of Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob SquarePants, sponsored by Nickelodeon. Ever since 2004, not only he's been a parade favorite, but he's the first and only square balloon. But that Santa hat he's been wearing since 2013, it has a big curve. But SpongeBob doesn't matter. SpongeBob has been swimming every day on Nickelodeon with his pals from Bikini Bottom, which the show is on its 11th season. And as you saw earlier of this parade's broadcast, the musical SpongeBob SquarePants will be having its Broadway opening night on December 4th at the Palace Theater. Wearing his signature chef's hat, white neckerchief, and that $1,000,000 smile with the squishy tummy, it's the Pillsbury Doughboy, sponsored by Pillsbury. Poppin' Fresh, as he's sometimes called, symbolize all that's special and memorable about sharing family time in the kitchen together. The Doughboy and his Fresh Joe products have been helping families make homemade memories for more than 50 years. Dinosauring, no pun intended, is one of our Macy's Parade classic characters, and one of the most recognized and beloved icons is the Sinclair Oil dinosaur, sponsored by the Sinclair Oil Company. This balloon is a life-size replica of an Apatosaurus, measuring 72 feet long and 36 feet tall. Dino was a big part of the Sinclair Centennial last year as he roamed across the nation to New York City. Now at 101 years old, families are delighted that this giant inflatable made it on time to join them in this year's Macy's Parade. Welcome back to NBC's live coverage of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, as we are joined by our good friend and our only balloonicle in this year's parade, the Aflac Duck, is back again, but this is an all-new version of him. He rode a toboggan on his first 3 years, then he ice skated for the last 3 years, but now he's sledding down Broadway with a heart for love that beats bright. Of course, sponsored by Aflac, our Duck's new balloonicle believes wholeheartedly in protecting the light bulb no matter what life throws you away. That wasn't me. The famous Dr. Seuss's holiday character, the Grinch, made his parade debut 20 years ago in 1997 as a balloon to celebrate the book How the Grinch Stole Christmas 40th anniversary. He returned back in 2002 to promote Macy's first ever holiday parade at Universal Studios Orlando. But now he's back again in his second version, but this time as a helium balloon. Once again, he already stole all the presents, decorations, and all the food in his bag from Whoville, but somehow his dog Max ended up in the bag, and now he made his parade debut with his owner making a big comeback. The Grinch is sponsored by Illumination Entertainment. In about a year from now, the Grinch will be coming back in the big screen, but this time in an animated film from Illumination, as they present Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, starring Benedict Cumberbatch as the mean one. And the Grinch will be growing 3 more sizes this year, as this year marks the 60th anniversary of this beloved Dr. Seuss classic. He's not only one of the largest and tallest balloons in the parade's history, but he also became a meme on the internet this year. And he's the elf on the shelf. Santa's helper is straight from the North Pole to families' home during Scout Elf Return Week, which kicks off tomorrow. The Elf on the Shelf visits over 11 million homes worldwide, and this year bringing a new twist to a favorite Christmas tradition with Scout Elf Express, delivers letters to Santa, which transforms children's letters to Santa into keep-safe ornaments. And now, bouncing together the red, blue, and yellow elf balloons named Kit, Charlie, and CJ. Their recreation of a gnome balloon which made its debut in the Macy's seasonal celebration 70 years ago when Miracle on 34th Street premiered. Now a regular part of Macy's parade since 2004, the Elf family, these charming holiday balloons, signals that a very special moment and a very special someone has arrived. Well, I think that is that. Oops. But anyways, thank you guys for enjoying this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit that like button. And also comment down below, what is your favorite Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloon? Or your favorite balloon that I talked about in this video? Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and follow me in the social media links down in the description below. And until 2018, when we're going to hear those famous awards again, let's have a parade.